great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. I mean, welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 463 of the Immigration Answers Show. It's an early Sunday. We'll see how long we go. We'll see how many people want to watch this crazy show. Look at some of our favorites are here. Christine, Vadim, Rocio, Aubrey's here. Aubrey's in the waiting room, I think. I will get to Aubrey here in a little bit. Carolyn says, good morning. Robert is watching early in the West Coast. We were talking yesterday about how people get notices sometimes after they receive the benefit. You've got to take every piece of paper, every correspondence, every online update with a big grain of salt. You can't believe anything that they say. They don't even know what they're doing. And they send people stuff all the time that is incorrect. I just shared the link to the waiting room. The way it works around here is I will answer as many questions as I can for the next hour, and then I'll be off to Southern Illinois for NOR's softball finals. Pretty scary moment yesterday on the field. A girl was visiting pitcher on NOR's team. NOR was playing first base, and the other team had this really big girl. Monty thought there was no way she was 14, but she hit the ball really hard, and it came right at the pitcher's head, and she turned her head and hit her right in the ear. And she went down. It was really loud and really scary. Her name's Kaylin. So if you could say a little prayer for Kaylin, hopefully she's okay. They've been monitoring her all night. She had some bleeding in her head, so that's always scary. She won't be at the game today, obviously, but hopefully she's doing okay. Say a little prayer again if you're of a praying sort for Kaylin. I don't know if you've seen it, but according to the polls, Donald Trump is leading Joe Biden in the 5 of the 6 battleground states, which is sort of mind-boggling to me, but that is what it is. I just think Joe Biden is eminently uninspiring and that people are not too thrilled with his candidacy, which means that someone who is probably going to be convicted of federal crimes might end up being elected president of the United States. So that would be pretty crazy. I was reading last week how Stephen Miller and Trump are planning that if they do get elected, that they're not going to put in any U.S. attorneys or Department of Justice officials unless they're totally loyal to Trump, and that'll be the sole litmus test of whether or not someone can work in the Department of Justice under a second Trump administration. So that's pretty scary stuff. Robert calls it a slow-moving coup, but Robert, it's going to take a lot of people to vote for Trump for that to happen, but I don't put anything past anybody these days. But man, yeah, Biden is uninspiring. He's just, I think nobody's excited about his candidacy. Like no one. Do you hear anybody going, woohoo, Joe Biden? No, you don't. And I think the problems in Israel and Gaza are going to separate or cause a lot of liberals to fight with each other. I just think that things are not going well these days. Obviously, there's bigger problems with Israel and Gaza than just the election, but it's a scary time. It's a scary time, and this all bleeds into immigration. It all bleeds into what this country is going to look like, what our policies and procedures are going to be like, what the processing of immigration cases. And don't forget, if Trump gets reelected, his main assault was on mainstream immigration. It wasn't on illegal immigration. That's the package. But really, they just want to slow down. They just want to slow down legal immigration to the United States. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, Aubrey's been waiting. Hello, Aubrey.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. How you doing?
Good. So I'm curious about taxes because so my husband's working but not authorized to work, but it looks good if he pays taxes, but I'm not sure if he should file because we had a paralegal like he shouldn't file taxes because he's working, but he shouldn't file. So now we're at the point where I'm like thinking over rethinking it because I've been watching other videos and learning more stuff. So we think it might be better for him because when we do the 260, do his 260 at that point, it would be better to say that he's working and paying taxes versus think he's not working and not paying taxes, even though he is working. So I don't know what to do about that.
Where does this person live? Your husband? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Where does your spouse live?
Here in the US.
So why are you worrying about a DS-260? A DS-260 isn't part of the process when the spouse is in the United States.
I mean, he'll have to consular process because he came in without inspection, so he'll have to go back
Okay,
to get
so
adjusted.
the first thing that caught my ear was you said something about a paralegal. What do you mean a paralegal? Are you using a notario to do your immigration case?
No, we used, I guess she was a paralegal with a we went to a law office, and I believe she's a paralegal with the lawyer, and we did that our I-130 with her, but that's been sent and passed and all that since then, but we have not dealt with this person since then, but she was the one that's saying, "Oh, you should say he's not working even though he is, and you should file your taxes, and he shouldn't," basically.
Well,
So
that's all wrong. That's all called fraud. That's all illegal. So I'm glad that you called. I would first of all make sure that you did have a lawyer and not a notario overall doing it. But assuming that there was a lawyer, did the lawyer sign what's called a G-28? That's a form that says I'm your lawyer and all mail should come to me at my law office. Did that happen on your case?
no, that we ended up not having this person represent us at the end, but we did have this person working for him help us file our I-130, which we have a copy of. Everything on it looks fine.
And that's been approved
Um,
by USCIS.
you what?
It's been approved by USCIS. The I-130 has been approved.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've already done that, and then I got the court canceled through OPLA, and then now we're waiting on the waiver to be approved, and then we'll do the constant processing.
Okay, so in answer to your questions, yes, he should list all of his taxes. He should list all of his income, list all of his taxes. It doesn't matter so much about his, financial income or anything. It's more just about being honest. So that's the big issue. So there's no downside. If you're a U.S. citizen, there's no downside to listing all of his working and being honest about his taxes. So
That's what I've been thinking too, because he got an ITIN, and even that person was like, why are you getting that? You don't need to do that." But he's been thinking it's better for him in long term. Like even if we get if the waiver gets approved, we get the DS-260, gets a green card, and he wants to become a citizen, it would be all good if we've had years of him paying taxes, regardless of whether he was working legally or not.
that doesn't matter either way.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
that's not a big help or anything. The important thing is just to be honest and truthful with every federal agency that you're dealing with.
Yeah, that's what I think so too.
And there's no downside to it. There's no downside to being honest about it. So I think it's an easy call. Thank you, Aubrey.
Thanks.
Bye, buddy. Mr. K. Hello, Mr. K. You're on mute.
Hi, Jim. Good morning. Can I take myself from camera?
I already did. How you doing?
Okay, I'm doing great. You?
I'm doing great too. Thank you.
Hey, I have a quick question. Thank you for the great program you've been doing, and then thank you for the emails that you send to us every morning. I receive every morning inspiring email, and I'm learning a lot from you as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, Jim, I'm arriving alien, so I came in to the border, and then I applied for asylum. So when I came in, I applied for asylum. I went to the detention center, and then I was given a bond to come out from the detention center. So now that I'm married for over 4 years now, I have a kid with my wife. We're living together. We're doing everything together. And I filed for I-130 and then I-485. But my I-130 and I-485 has been pending for over 1,057 days now with no response. So what is the next step for me to do?
Did you use an attorney?
Yes, I did. I did use an attorney to do that.
And you're in removal proceedings?
No, I was in the removal proceedings, but it got terminated by the judge when I have to go to my final hearing. So the lawyer filed for that, and then it got terminated. So I don't have any removal proceedings.
And did you file the I-130 and the 45 together?
No, sir. I did file the I-130 later, and then I did file the I-130 first, and then I filed the I-485 later.
And was the 45 filed after proceedings were terminated?
No, it was filed before proceedings was terminated.
Did you file it with the court or did you file it with USCIS?
I did that with the USCIS.
Got it. Okay, so the I-130, what's the receipt date on the I-130?
The receipt on the I-130, let me see if I can get it from my phone. I have it on my phone.
Just roughly. I don't need the exact date. Just like when did you file the I-130?
Oh, the I-130, I filed it in somewhere December 26th. That is when they receive it, 2029.
2019?
2019, sorry.
So you have an I-130 that's been pending for 4 years.
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like they're probably stuck because you had the pending asylum case, and you probably need to sue them to get the decision on the I-130. Then once that's approved, then you can start everything for consular processing for the unauthorized entry.
Okay. So my next question, do I need to go back to my hometown since I'm arriving alien? Do I need to have a parole, or it is already?
You mean, well, once the I-130 is approved, what happens next? That's what you want to know?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, typically when you enter without inspection, you're going to have to get a waiver and consular process. So you actually get the I-130 approved, then you start processing the NVC case, you pay the fee, and then you file for the waiver. And then that waiver is going to take a year or two. And then, so is all you have is the entry? All you have is the unauthorized entry?
Yes. So on my notice to appear, it says I'm arriving alien. So I don't know if arriving alien, you are if I have to go back to my country to file for
that's a good
the
point.
process, or I have to be here in the state.
So I don't know the answer off the top of my head. If you email me, I can follow up and give you better advice. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing here right now.
Okay, I will do that, sir. Thank you so much.
You got our email?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks.
I'll do it. So okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Judson is here. Hello, Judson.
Hey, how are you today, Jim?
I'm great, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. Nice talk to you. I follow you on YouTube. I really like your videos and all that. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Sure.
Jim, I already have like my process kind of done. So I have already I have my social security and I have my employee authorization with the parole advance and all that. So I'm still waiting for my Vawa get approved. So it's been like 2 years and 2 months. And my advance parole is still valid for like end of the year. And I already traveled one time this year to Brazil because my sister was really sick, and I probably gonna need to be back there. You think I gonna have any issues to get back again right here or no?
When did you come to the United States?
2004.
2004. How did you enter? Did you have a visa?
I came from Mexico.
So you came across the border.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have you married a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
And then that marriage went bad, and you converted it to a Vawa case.
Yes.
And the I-360, has the I-360 been approved?
Not yet.
It's still pending.
Yeah.
But you have advanced parole, and you've left and come back once already.
Yes, I already left the country this year. So I already went in February for 20 days because my sister was very sick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason I went there.
What happened when you came back?
It was pretty easy. I don't have any issues, honestly. Because they say when he came from Miami, Miami, that's the worst place to come. I don't have
It
no
is.
issues. You
Yeah.
know, I don't have issues at all. He just asked me a few questions about like how long I was married, why we separated. That's all. I mean, and they bring me to the room, the not the spectrum room. So they give me the stamp on my passport and then let me go. It was really
In,
easy.
in answer to your question, from a purely immigration standpoint, it's best if you stay till you get your green card. That's me being scared for you. That's me being conservative. That's me being worried. If you can avoid going back home, I would avoid it. I wouldn't go just for no reason. If your sister's on her deathbed, that's a different thing. But if I was in charge, you would stay here until you get your green card.
Okay. The reason I was gotta go because my sister get really sick again. So she have a cancer, so she already get better. Now it just get worse. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry about your sister. Yeah. So, you have to make a decision that's best for you. But from a purely immigration standpoint, it's better to stay here. But I understand if you have to go.
Okay. Because on the room when I get in Miami, I asked one of the agents inside for the when they stamp my passport, and I told them if I really need to go back, I'm gonna have any issues on my way back here. He said no because, and he showed me the card and he said you can see the I-512 here, and
Mhm.
Advance Pro is mean you can go back multiple times.
Yeah, but you never know. But you never know. You could get
You
a
know.
jerk officer, and
Oh
then
yeah,
like
for sure.
that's a
You
whole lot
know,
different. Yeah.
because the Vawa, I mean, I applied was in 21, so September, I think September 15 I applied. So it's gonna be like 2 years and 2 months.
So
Probably it's
those
gonna
are
take.
those are those are usually taking about 3 years right now.
Yeah, I see. But in the cases I've been see for my lawyer, thank God, it's been like 2 years and a half, the
So you're
most.
getting close. Yeah.
You know, so probably it's gonna be like the same time for 2 years birthday now, right? Probably.
Hopefully, I think three. We're seeing three.
Hmm.
Thanks, Judson. See you,
Thank
buddy.
you so much for
Good
your
luck
answer.
seeing your sister.
Take care,
Yeah.
okay?
Bye.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you. All right. All right. Let's say hi to Eunice. Eunice is here. Hello, Eunice.
Hi, thank you. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
What can I
Yourself?
do? I'm doing great. I can't pass up somebody laying in bed. Those are always my favorite calls.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my first time.
I like it when people are laying in bed. It's all good. How you doing?
I'm good. I just came back from work, so I don't want to miss the program.
Great.
That's why I just lay down. Yeah.
No problem. What can I help you with?
My case is different. My husband filed for me and my children. My children, two of them, they are in overseas in Nigeria, and so he filed for us on 2021 July. But before they approved my case, he passed away last year December.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So my Anthony helped me to send some papers to the USCIS that my husband, to let them know that this man has passed away. But on August they approved my case. This last August they approved my case.
And you're in the United States, Eunice. You're in the United States,
Yes, I'm here.
and your kids are overseas.
Yeah.
So they're separate cases.
Yes.
So the I-130 kids is still pending.
Yeah, they approved mine, but my children are still intact. Nothing has been done concerning it.
Sure.
So, are they still going to approve them or what?
I think so. Probably. Did you file your case the same time as your kid's case, or were they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How long ago was the I-130 for the kids filed?
I-130 was filed on July 2021.
And did your husband notify USCIS the same way in your case as he did in their case?
Yes, we have the account. We have they extend us. We open account for both cases. My husband opened account for my children. I have my account for my own. So and I checked the status this year, and they said it's under review. They are actively reviewing the case. That's what I saw there.
That's all BS. Has the attorney Has the attorney taken your approval notice and sent it in on your kid's file? Because I think that would be helpful.
My approved note, yeah, yes.
He took your approval notice and said, send it off on the kids' cases and said, hey, just so you guys know, mom's case has now been approved. So hurry up and decide kids' cases. He did that?
Yes, he did that, even though he noticed the congressman to please help us concerning it.
Yeah,
But the Congress, they said,
I don't care about the congressman. That's fine. When did your case get approved?
August 31.
Of this year?
Yes.
So did you get your green card?
The problem, even my green card is, I didn't get it yet. They send it to my old address.
Oh shit.
Yes, they send it. My Anthony said I have to file I-90 now. They send it to my old address. Even though the congressman, they help me concerning it. They talk to the USCIS. They send the approved notice to my current address, and they send the green card to the old address.
What? Okay. So you've never actually seen or taken a picture of your new green card
At all.
Yeah. What's your question for me, Eunice?
No, my question is, I know that I will get my green card, but I know it's going to take a time sometimes, because I've tried on this thing. I don't know. The replacement will take. They said it can take almost a year.
That's right.
And there's nothing I can do.
That's true too.
So what I'm saying is, without the green card, what can I do to go back home?
So did you get the receipt notice for the I-90?
Yes, I have it. No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, when you get the receipt notice for the I-90, you can call USCIS and make an InfoPass appointment and say, I want to go down to my local office, and they'll put a stamp in your passport, and you can travel on that stamp on your passport as if you had your green card.
Oh, okay. Okay. So concerning my children, so I have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, if you wait, I'd say if you hit 2 years and you want to sue them to try to get them to work on your kids' cases faster, let us know. But I think right now, you got to let it work itself out that your case was approved, because once your case is approved, that should help get their case moving.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Eunice.
Thank you, Mr. Jim. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Sorry about your husband. Cha-Cha. What do you say, Cha-Cha?
Hey, hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm great.
My case is in December 2019. I filed for I-751, the removal. So since then, 1 year after, in October 2020, they sent me a request for additional evidence. So I sent them, and since then, I didn't receive nothing. And in January 22, I filed for naturalization.
Mm-hmm.
So they called me, and I get an interview. And after the interview went good. So, and the officer who received me tell me they will call me if because now they cannot approve because my green card, the 10 years green card, didn't get approved yet. So since then I didn't receive nothing. I didn't get So my question is, at this point, what do you think I can do?
When was your N400 interview?
Is in July 22.
Okay. And did your spouse go with you to your interview?
For the naturalization? No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Did they ask you any questions about your marriage at the naturalization interview?
No.
What country are you from?
I'm from Benin Republic.
And when you married your spouse,
Yeah.
were you in status or were you out of status?
Out of status. I came here with a student visa.
Did you have an interview on your green card when you first got your conditional green card?
Yes, I got an interview with my wife. Yeah,
How did it go?
very well.
And how are things with your wife right now?
Yeah, we still together.
Everything's okay?
Yes, everything's okay.
Okay, so so the request for evidence that they sent you on your 751, was that because they felt you hadn't sent enough marital evidence?
I don't really know, but they asked me for additional evidence, so I sent them what I get at that time, and
Have you or your spouse ever been married before?
no.
Okay. Well, since you've had your naturalization interview, and once 4 months go by, whenever the 120 days from your interview, you could sue them and try to get them to decide the 751 and the N400. So if your interview was in July, that's August, September, October, November. So we're pretty close to you being at 120 days. If you want to get a final decision, we could sue them on the 751 and on the N400. And I think that would get a final decision on your case. I think there's something about the marriage that's holding this whole thing up. I don't know what it is. You haven't told me anything that has me worried. Is there anything about the marriage that you're worried about, or did anybody write a mean letter about you to immigration and say this marriage is fake or anything?
No. We don't have any problem.
Hmm.
It's,
Yeah.
we always file our tasks together. Everything, nothing.
Wait, your naturalization interview was in 2022 or 2023?
2022, July 2022.
Oh yeah, you can sue now. You can sue now. You should sue now. They're just sitting on your case. I'm sorry. Thank you, Rocio. I thought you said it was July of 23.
No,
So
no,
yeah,
22.
yeah, you need to sue them.
Okay, so I can email you guys and
Here, I'll put the stuff on the contact information on. Just say that my name is Cha Cha. I was on the show with Jim at about the 25-minute mark, and send an email to info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
okay,
And then we can get the lawsuit on file and get things moving.
okay. I want to know about the how much gonna cost me to sue them.
Sure. So the cost is 4,800 plus 402. So it's 5,202. And then if you pay up front, you can save $500. So then it's 4,702. Or you can pay 3,202 and 1,000 a month. Or we have this finance company now that people can work with, and you can finance the whole thing and do it that way.
That's very good. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Cha-Cha. Have a good day, buddy.
You too, sir.
Yeah. All right, that was Cha-Cha. Hasib is next. Hello, Hasib.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you, sir.
I like our Sunday morning show. Everybody's in a pretty good mood on Sunday mornings, not like Thursdays. How you doing? What can I help you with?
Sir, I have one question. I crossed the border in January. I'm from Afghanistan.
Mhm.
So I had a court 3 times. At the I was applying for asylum. So at the second time I go to court, the judge say at the San Diego court, the judge say me promise me that
I can't hear you.
the next time they will give me final individual hiring. I am with my son, and last week we go to court. We was waiting for our individual hiring. The judge is saying that you should take a decision if you want to go with USCIS. So I don't know which one is better for me, and also the judge promised me at the hiring, individual hiring, he's saying like this to me.
I think you need to get a lawyer, Hasib. I have a friend in San Diego. He's from Afghanistan. He's an Afghan immigration and asylum lawyer. He's in that immigration court every day. I think you should call and hire him to be your lawyer.
I have with me lawyer, sir.
Is his name Bashir?
No, he's another person, sir, my lawyer.
Well, what does your lawyer say you should do?
My lawyer saying, sir, that be good because I will find I will get another chance if my asylum approved by UCIC. But uh, I said to YouTube that is some people saying it is good for a person, some people saying it is not good. So I
No,
don't
you
know.
always want to go. You always want to go back to USCIS. Your lawyer's right, because you get 2 chances instead of just 1. So take the judge up on his offer. Go to the asylum office and try it there. That's what I
Okay,
would.
sir. Okay, sir.
Bye, Hasid. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank
All right. Well, Falaku's mama's here. Hello, Falaku's mama.
Hey Jim, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Sorry, still in bed. Are you hearing me?
Huh? I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So back in 2020, I did file I-130 for my spouse,
Back
and
in
then
2020, you filed an I-130 for your spouse.
yes, in September that got approved. That got approved in July 7th, 8th of 2022. At the time, I was still permanent resident. Then I did got my citizenship March of 2022. Then I called USCIS. We did update that status.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got approved in July because I got my citizenship 2022 March. In July we got approved. Then I think we had a mistake when I did my paperwork. I didn't have where he was gonna do his he was gonna get his um processing whatever like interview done. So they send me an IA-24 notice that I have to like do that, and then I did that. That been like a year and a half, like 1 year 3 months now. It's still haven't gotten approved yet. So I went online. I did the MON, the virtual assistant that I wanted to expedite, but then USCIS told me the last day to make inquiry is January of 2024. But then I asked Emma for virtual assistant. I wanted to expedite because my babies, I'm gonna be doing a surgery and I won't be working. And then they told me they're gonna get back to me in 7 days. And I also reached out to the congressman and he told me to get those notice from the doctor office stating everything that's going on with baby and how severe is the surgery and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just waiting for the doctor office so I can send in those documents to congressman as well. But it's been like a 1 year 3 months now since the IA-24 and we still haven't getting any notice.
So basically, what you're saying is that you've lost a year and a half of your life together because they can't process an I-24. The I-24 has been pending for 15 months.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's
Right.
ridiculous. What's your question for me? What can I do?
So my question here is because they told me January of 2024 is the last day to make inquiry. So what does that mean if I have to make inquiry January 2024?
Ridiculous. Where do you live?
Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Oh. I don't know. I think you can either sue them on the I-24 or wait. But man, what a pain in the butt it is. What an unfortunate thing to have to do all that just because you didn't mark where he was going to process the I-130.
I know. I don't know that happened, but then when I got approved, I saw the letter that hey, you did not mark this out, and yeah, I don't know how it happened, but yeah.
Yeah, either we can sue them on the I-24. I think they would work pretty quickly, or you can just keep waiting.
So should I have to wait at 2024 before I get to sue them?
No, you can sue them now. You don't. They're not going to mess around with it. If we sue them, they're just going to send it on to NVC, and you can be back to processing.
So how should I? Can I email you guys and see how best we can do that
Yeah.
process?
Do you have our email?
Yes.
Yeah, just email us and say I need to sue USCIS on my delayed 824.
Okay. So how about the expedite request since the last day to make inquiry is 2024? You think they're gonna act on that? Or this?
I don't think so. I don't think they act on any most expedite requests. I think most expedite requests they don't do anything, and even when they say they're going to, they don't. So I don't put much stock in that. I think if I sue them, I can get your case to the NVC in about 2 or 3 months. I don't think they're going to mess around.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Okay, there's the email on the screen. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Feliku. See ya.
Yep.
Okay, bye. So that's unfortunate. By checking a wrong box, her case has been delayed 15 months. She had to spend the money for an I-824, and those assholes still won't even process the damn thing. So that was something else. Nordia is here. Hello, Nordia.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I think I'm lucky on Sunday to be on your show.
I'm glad you're here. What can I help you with?
Yes, so my question to you is, I want to know how the expedited request works. I petitioned for my daughter in 2018. So I think it has to, I just want my question to you is how it works and if she's qualified for like expedited request.
Well, let's figure it out. So are you a U.S. citizen or a green card holder?
I am a U.S. citizen.
And how old is your daughter?
She's over 21.
So do you know about this thing called the visa bulletin? Have you seen the visa bulletin?
Yes, I know about the visa bulletin.
Okay. And have you checked it lately to see when her priority date is current? Like, what's her priority date? Do you know?
Our priority date is June 2018.
June 2018. Okay. So we're going to go to the visa bulletin and we're going to figure it out together. Okay. So your daughter, she's unmarried?
Yes, she is.
So that means she's in the F1 visa category, unmarried son and daughter of U.S. citizens. So then we go down to dates for filing family-sponsored visa application. So has USCIS approved the I-130?
Not yet.
Okay. So the reason USCIS hasn't approved the I-130 is because they know that there's all these people in line ahead of your daughter. Right?
Okay.
So right now they're starting to process cases from 2017. See that there?
Yes.
September 1st, 2017. That's the what country is your daughter from?
Jamaica.
Yeah. So they're working on cases from September 1st of 2017. So and she's what, 2018 you said?
Yes.
So in theory, she's about a year away from them starting to. So USCIS should approve that case probably in about 6 to 9 months. And
Okay.
then it'll get sent over to the National Visa Center.
Yeah.
But then if you look up top, they can't give her the visa for even longer because right now they're giving out visas to people who applied in 2015. So it's still going to be probably 4 or 5 years before she comes. And this is not something that can be expedited. This is just a number of people in line ahead of her. That's all that it is. A lawsuit can't help. An expedite request can't help. Congress can't help. There's just a limit on the number of visas that are available. And until her number becomes current, until all those cases ahead of her get processed,
Yeah.
she's stuck waiting.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You got it. Have a good day.
You too.
See ya. All right. VMAC is here. Hello, VMAC.
Hey, Jim. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. All right. So I too came across the border, and I'm currently in removal proceedings, and I'm filing for asylum. I have an attorney who's dealing with that.
Okay.
So the other day, I received some documentations that I was supposed to come and do my biometrics, and I went ahead and followed suit and did that. But I want to ask a question, just a rough estimate. How long after doing the biometrics are you eligible to receive your EAD?
So it's 6 months.
6 months. So 6 months after the date of the biometrics?
6 months from the date of filing, you can apply for asylum, but you have to, just because you can apply doesn't mean you'll get it right away. So it'll take a while for you to get it, probably another 4 or 5 months to actually get it.
Okay, no problem. That's all I just wanted to find out.
See you, bud.
Find out the timeline. I know I should ask the attorneys. But I'm just seeking an outside.
It's fine.
Another outside opinion on the matter, just to verify.
Have a great day.
is intact.
See you, bud. All right, David Kingsley's here. Hello, Kingsley, David.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I have a quick question. So I'm going for my oath ceremony on Tuesday next week, but
Great.
I have a traffic ticket. So is that going to affect me when I do my for my oath ceremony?
So when did you have your naturalization interview?
Like 5 months ago, and I got my ticket like 2 months ago.
And if the ticket is still pending, you won't be able to naturalize next week.
Oh yeah, it's still pending right now because I got a lawyer. So well, actually, I paid the ticket though
You paid
because
it?
I'm fighting the case by trial by written declaration. So I already paid the ticket, but.
So you got a speeding ticket and that's already been paid and you have the receipt for the speeding ticket?
Yeah, I pay you through my lawyer.
Do you have the receipt?
Yeah, I do have the receipt, yes.
So the ticket is done. You have no more court stuff.
No, like I'm fighting it by trial by written declaration, so it's gonna take the judge about like 8 to 12 weeks to make a decision. So
that
it's
was dumb. That's not what you should have done. What you should have done is just paid the ticket so that you can naturalize. If you have a court date, if you're fighting it and you have a court date after your naturalization ceremony, they will pull you out of line and you will not be able to naturalize.
oh. The court date's already done. Yeah, I know, but like it's still all right. Okay. Yeah, that's my only question. Thank you.
I will call my lawyer and say, screw all that. I just want to pay the fee and I want to pay the fine and I want to get proof that it's all done so that I can go, when I go to my naturalization ceremony, I can get my citizenship. To me, that's more important than the ticket. If the ticket's more important to you, then you're going to go down there, waste a day telling them that you've got this ticket, then they're going to pull you out of line and then who knows when they're going to reschedule you. It's a big old mess.
Okay. All right, that's what I would do. All right, thank you very much.
Bye, Kingsley.
All right.
That's a sucky situation. Albert is back. Hello, Albert.
Hi, Jim. Yes, I have a question because I started reviewing instructions to adjustment of status and I have intention to adjust my status. And I started checking instructions and there is an instruction to provide, I have a criminal conviction. I had a criminal conviction in San Francisco back in 2017 for reckless driving.
Okay.
And I was coming back from the party, so there was alcohol involved as well. But I had a plea deal with the DA through my attorney, and I pled guilty and got the reckless driving conviction, and all other charges were dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
And now I see in the instruction, and it says, provide certified copies of arrest records, blah, 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 blah.
Sure. Yeah.
And how to document all that stuff? Because, yeah.
So talk to your lawyer, your traffic lawyer, and say, I need a certified copy of my file. Can you please help me get it? And then either they'll get it for you and you can pay them, or you can go to they'll tell you which court to request it from and you pay for a certified copy of the entire file.
I actually do have the file, the copies, because during the plea deal, she was sending me I do have those copies.
Okay, so then just call the court, then whatever court it is, the court in San Francisco, and say, hey, I need a certified copy of my court file. Can you please send it to me? How much is it?
Okay. But certified means there should be a stamp or what? Because I have PDF files, but I don't have certification. How to get the certification?
You have to do what I said. You have to call the court and say, I need it certified. I say, I have the copies, but I need a certified copies because USCIS won't accept copies if they aren't certified.
Okay. And what about also they say, so basically it's, I need to go to the court, not to the police, right? Because I also check the police. They say there is a process. You can give your fingerprints, and then they will give you also some kind of a certification.
Well, that's a pain in the butt. I would just get the court records for now.
Okay, got it. Okay, yep. Thank you very much.
Yep, for sure. See ya. All right, Shirley is here. Hello, Shirley. You're on mute. Shirley, are you there? Hello? Shirley's out of here. Let's say hi to Vamshi. Hello, Vamshi.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
Actually, I'm doing good. Thank you. What about you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
So, I'm from India. I have attended my employment visa in February, and I got an email from USCIS stating that my petition has been sent for review and possible revocation, and which I got it on in the month of June. But after that, I haven't received any update from USCIS, and I have attended my interview from India. So I don't know how long it may take. What is the next step? What is the time frame? What are the steps I need to take care?
What is the job?
So there's a system analyst, which my employer is in Rington, Pennsylvania.
Okay, and what happened when you went to your interview?
So he was asking the questions about my roles and responsibilities, and the employer, how many employees are associated with your employer, and where it is located, and how are you going to travel with your family, or when they are going to join. These type of questions were asked.
Why do you think they didn't give you the visa right then? What's wrong with your case? Why don't they like it?
Sorry.
What do you think the problem is? If you had to guess what the problem is, what do you think the problem is?
I don't have any such thing. Especially, I was in a fatigue, and I lost my energy when I was attending my interview. So how can I get to?
You lost your energy? Is that what you said?
Yes.
What does that
I
mean?
lost
You
my,
lost your energy?
no. I was in a standing line around 3 hours, and after that my turn came. It was too crowded, and I lost my complete energy.
Do you think you gave them bad answers, like wrong answers?
Yes, because some of them are wrong.
Like what?
So the roles and responsibilities little bit, I was not in a sure, those roles and responsibilities. The question is, it was lastly, I mentioned only one roles and responsibilities. I didn't elaborate properly.
So here's what I'll say. Employment, immigrant visa interviews at embassies are rare. They don't happen all that often. Number two, I've never in my life, I don't think I've ever heard of an I-140 being sent back for possible revocation. I've had it happen plenty of times in marriage cases and I-130s, but it's very rare for employment cases. Number three, India is a tough consulate, right? So the fact that they did this, I mean, I guess my answer is I don't think you're coming anytime soon. The USCIS could take a year or a year and a half to review the I-140 and see whether or not they want to revoke it. If the State Department put in a bunch of stuff in there about how your answers didn't match and you don't really know about the job and they don't really believe this whole scenario, then I think it's probably unlikely this case is ever going to work.
Then what are my next step? Can I change my employer right away, or I do have another employer who can take care my I-797B?
I don't know about that, but what I'll say is I don't think this case, the way it's currently situated, I don't think this case is going to work. That's what I don't know whether you should switch employers. That's a decision for you. But right now it sounds like this case is sort of dead. Or if it's not dead, it's going to take 2 or 3 years to get going. So you might as well try something else.
But can I apply a new petition in the next year? Will that affect my visa in future?
A new petition? What do you mean a new petition? A new I-140 with a new employer? I think that's your only chance.
So yes, not withdrawing. Can I? My interview process, everything is done with another employer. He is ready to sponsor my H-1B visa, but the current employer.
Go for it. This thing's dead.
Sorry.
I said go for it. This one's dead.
Will that affect anywhere in future or while attending the visa
Yes,
interview?
this isn't going to help your future. Yes, this was not a good thing. Yes, it impacts your future. Of course, it impacts your future. You're just one person. You have a history, and now this is part of your history. So yes, good luck to you, Vamshi. Let's go to Edward. Hello, Edward.
Hey, how are you? Thank you. So, I'm a U.S. citizen. My wife is at the Nairobi embassy, and we became documentarily qualified on October 20th. We can't transfer anywhere. We've tried everywhere to transfer. They're denying the transfer. Can't get an expedite.
Why do you want to transfer?
Well, because I've been hearing, even though they're being very like they're keeping their cards close, that Nairobi has extremely long backlogs, and I tried to expedite because I need a surgery, but they don't think that it reaches the level. So I'm just trying to speed up the chances of her getting here quicker.
I don't think it's going to happen, brother.
So what kind of weight am I looking at in Nairobi if I'm a citizen and my priority date was April 27th this year?
So I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. I mean, but if you get on chat boards or look here, people will probably leave comments as to how long it's been taking them. I don't know the exact answer, but I'm thinking it's probably 6 to 9 months.
6 to 9 months from now before we'll even get an interview appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is what it is. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Well, good luck. Yeah, good luck with the surgery.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see what Raybert has to say. Hello, Raybert.
Hello, Jim. How you doing? Good
I'm
morning.
great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I just have a little question. Okay, so just want to ask if because my wife's case just got passed on NVC, and I paid the affidavit of fees. I mean the fees.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still waiting till they process the pay. So I'm just want to ask: is there any way like I can do a expedite to make the case goes faster?
Why do you think your case should go faster than other people's cases?
I'm not sure. I mean, I waited for like a year because of a little mistake in the USCIS.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like, they just send it like after a year in the USCIS, and I'm a US citizen too. So I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Here's what I'll say, Robert. Number one, most expedite requests don't go anywhere. Like they don't approve them. So most don't get approved. Number two, even when they approve it, they don't really do anything much faster. So I think that you're just waiting, and you just got to wait to see what happens. Unless even Robert, even people who like that last guy who just called, he has to have a surgery, or someone else has somebody whose family member has cancer. These are all reasons where you would give an expedite request. You would approve it. I would approve it because we're nice people. But they just ignore those things. So if you can't really articulate why you think your case should go faster, then I'm almost sure it's not going to work. So I wouldn't waste your time with it. I would just keep waiting.
Okay. That's all. That's all my question. Thank you, Jim.
Bye, Raybert. Have a good day.
You too.
See ya. John is here. Hello, John.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Is it cold where you live? Looks like you have a coat on.
It is. It's cold today. Jim, I have a quick question.
Okay.
I have N400 interview.
N400 interview.
Yes.
Great.
And after the interview, he said I will hear back from them 3 to 4 weeks. But my question is it possible for me to travel? Hence that I've not heard from them.
Well, is there anything fundamentally that you're worried about with your green card? Are you worried about your status or anything?
No, I have the 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But after the interview, he said I will hear back from them, and then I've not heard back from them anytime.
How long ago was that, John?
About 3 months now.
3 months. Okay. How long of a trip are you thinking about?
Like a week or two.
A week or two? I think you'll be fine, because if somebody's watching your mail, or if you have an attorney, they usually give you 5 or 6 weeks notice, 4 or 5 weeks. So if you're just going to be gone for 2 weeks,
Just 2 weeks.
I think it should be fine.
It should be fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't hear from them, can I call your office and then see what they're thinking about?
120 days. So I would say go on your vacation, go see your family. And when you come back, if you haven't heard anything, 120 days have gone by, then we can sue them.
Thank you, sir.
Which field office, Jimmy?
It's in Denver.
Yeah, good. Okay.
All right. Thanks you.
See you.
Bye.
All right, let's go to Chirag. Chirag's been waiting. Hello, Chirag. Chirag, are you there? Hello, Chirag. Once. Twice. Chirag is not there. Nishita, are you there? Hello, Nishita. Hi, Nishita.
Hey, thanks so much for your show. I've been watching and appreciating all your videos, and I just found out about you and your live show. I said I have to try to talk to you live about my case. So we're quite a straightforward case, Jim. We love marriage. We've been friends for a long time because of graduate school. I got my conditional green card and will file early next year to remove the conditions.
Great.
The thing is that because my husband Drew has a lot of research work in India, my question is about how much time can I know that they say don't spend more than 6 months outside the country, and I'm not going to do that. But because he's in India for so long, 10 months, how flexible is that rule? Can I spend 5 months and then come back here for two months and then go back? I'm just wondering what to do about that, because I don't want to be in a long distance for too long with him, and want to be in place that being in India, I get to be with my mother too.
Great question. So my first thought is, the green card that you have is for you to reside in the United States. So I would like you to be in the United States as much as possible for the next 2 years. Okay. After that, we can do whatever we want after we file for the removal of conditions. But for right now, I want you here as much as possible. So is becoming a U.S. citizen a high priority for you, or is it a low priority for you?
High priority.
Because one of the things that's interesting about in the last 3 or 4 years, they've changed the rule about the three, generally to apply for citizenship, you have to be a green card holder for 5 years. But if you're married to a U.S. citizen and living in union with that U.S. citizen for the full 3 years, then you can apply under the 3-year rule. So if we're in a situation where you're here and he's over there a lot, then that's going to mean that you're not going to qualify for that 3-year rule. So we need to think about that. The other thing is, you're right, we don't want any trips more than 6 months. And in order to apply for citizenship, you have to have more than half the time in the United States. So on the day you apply for citizenship, whenever that is, they'll look back 3 years or 5 years and say, did Nishita live in the United States for at least half that time, 1.5 years plus a day, or 2.5 years, 2.5 years plus a day. So there's lots of moving parts.
Okay, that's very clear. So I read the citizen application rule, and it says 18 months, in my case, because I'm going to apply in the 3 years because I'm married to a U.S. citizen.
As long as you're living together for those 3 years, that's the new rule. They've tightened that up. It used to just be married. I had a couple where the couple didn't live together at all during the 3 years. That wouldn't fly anymore. Now they're actually making you prove up that you've lived with the spouse for the full 3 years, wherever that is.
But if he's away for a little longer, how are they going to, we have property together. We have this place together here.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
I agree. I would love to make those arguments, and I think those should be winning arguments, but I'm not USCIS, and sometimes they're hard asses about it. That's all. I'm just warning you about that.
Okay. So then maybe I should apply for citizenship after 4 years or something, if we make a stronger case after.
Yeah.
You suggest that?
Or once you start staying here more and you're together more. Yeah. Once you have 3 good years together, then I think that's easy.
Because they can track it. So they will check his passport and my passport to check that we've been actually together.
I don't know that they'll actually check, but if it becomes an issue in the case, then it becomes your burden to prove that you were together. So it's not so much that they check, it's that, can I prove it up if I have to?
Okay, because we have, like, when we are together, we have so many photographs. We can get affidavits from friends, from family.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that so much. I'm just worried about this stupid new interpretation of the rule.
Wow. Okay, great. And you guys can help us with the
Yeah,
removal of
and to that end, I don't know if you've seen. I have this one video, and I always tell people, if for everybody watching, when you get your conditional green card or when you get your green card, you should start a log on your. You should look at the N400, and on the N400, it wants to know all of your travel. So I would just start a Google sheet and always keep track of when do I come in the country, when do I leave the country, because at the end of the day, it's your burden to prove dates. And if you have a nice spreadsheet explaining all that, they're not going to want to see all your travel tickets and everything. But if there's a big difference if you can say, okay, in 2019, I was gone 37 days. In 2022, I was gone 45 days. Versus, oh yeah, I had some time out in 2019, and in 21, I was gone for a good long while. You see the difference?
Okay. So keep a track from the minute that I got the green card, which was March of this year. All travel outside the US, keep a track of how many
days.
how many days or whatever that was.
Yeah, I've got this guy, he's a musician, so he's always traveling back and forth, and he's got a log like this.
Yeah. And I'm very mindful of like the rule of the 6 months at least in the country, and then the 18 months overall before 3 years. But thank you for highlighting that, like, we have to show that we were living together for 3 years. That might, then I might like even apply a little later for the citizenship. Yeah, and I'll get in touch with your office on with you guys. Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much.
See ya. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Nishida, and we'll be wrapping it up for today. Tomorrow's show, thanks everybody for the comments. Rocio, thanks for keeping me honest. We will see what happens on the softball field, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central. Tomorrow's show, 4 p.m. Central. That'll be episode number 464. Thank you, everybody.